yesterday we talked about the tradition of making kimchi and the whole kimchi song.
Right, and we learned the moves.
Was it with that?
Yeah,
I thought it was
Peter
simpler
did it
than
like
that. Anyway, today we're talking about meju, the tradition of making meju. Is there a meju song?
Well,
Maybe
I
you can do
haven't heard of a meju song, but that's a great idea for some of those bloggers out there and YouTubers, right? Now, meju is the fermented and dried soybean bricks, and it's the core element of many of Korea's favorite sauces when it comes to the soups and the stews as well. So it is very important. Now, Joey Mercadante had a chance to experience all that and more. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where's your brick of meju? You're supposed to have one right in front of you.
Yeah.
Do you have a meju song then?
I don't, but let's just make a meju dance right now.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I got to make some meju, and I got to make it at a very special place, a Buddhist temple called the Yaksasa Temple in a city called Gongju in the Chungcheongnam-do province. And I learned the tradition. It's a yearly tradition, and I learned it from Buddhist nuns who showed me their way in the sense that they use only the best, highest quality Korean soybeans. They use bed water from the mountain 300 meters deep. Of course, we made it handmade the traditional way, so that it was really fun. So I did that. Plus, of course, I did some temple stay activities. So I've got all of that for you and more right now. About a 2.5-hour drive from Seoul is Gongju, a city in Chungcheongnam-do province. Gongju is home to one of the most stately mountains in the province, Gyereungsan, century-old temples, and the cultural remnants of the Baekje dynasty. My trip took me to a mountain in Gongju named after its grand size and beauty, Daehwasan. I was on my way to a secluded, very peaceful temple at the foot of the mountain. This temple was also aptly named Yaksasa Temple, meaning the temple that cures illness of the heart. When you enter the ground at Yaksasa Temple, you're met with a small but elegant main sanctuary and a graceful multi-tiered stone pagoda. At the main sanctuary, the monks of Yaksasa Temple were gathered holding a solemn Buddhist service.
There's some people in the temple now, and they're praying, and I really want to join them, so I think I'm going to go.
The chief monk of the temple gave me direction and helped me to take my first step toward learning the temple culture.
We came here on a special day. Today is our annual meju making day here at Yaksasa Temple.
So, time to make meju, and the meju we made would be the base for different Korean sauces.
색깔이 예쁘죠?
네.
Oh, I can almost
Tenjang,
smell it.
aged 3 years, is black on the outside but yellowish inside.
I don't know if I could wait for something so delicious for 3 years. I think I might come here every once in a while and just take a little bit here and a little bit there. But to get the real Tenjang taste, you need to wait and be patient.
The making of meju is quite important because it's the quality of that meju which will determine the taste of various sauces.
Smells delicious.
Newly harvested soybeans are first soaked overnight in water. The next day, they are carefully boiled in a large iron cauldron for 4 hours. These boiled soybeans are ground up thoroughly and then are firmly shaped into dense round bricks, making sure to press out all air pockets.
Like it looks like a nice brick of cheese. Camembert cheese, anyone?
These soft bricks of boiled soybeans are laid on straw and dried naturally in the sun and wind for about 60 days. The fermentation process takes place in rooms that are kept heated at the same temperature.
After making the meju outdoors, we bring it into a heated red clay room, and as it ferments, you can see white mold appear.
The white mold that grows on meju is the product of about 800 types of bacteria that are healthy for our bodies, including the cancer-fighting lactobacillus. Now, I know to some of you this may not look very healthy. You're thinking, I don't want to eat this mold. But the truth is, this is a very healthy kind of fermented bacteria that's very, very good for you.
Some of the best cheese in the world, the more mold the better. Right. Just cut off the mold and have the cheese.
Once the meju is fermented, the blocks are laid out in the sun for more drying. and to rid it of any unnecessary bacteria, this process is continually repeated to perfect the taste of the meju. Now, preparing these bricks really takes a lot of energy, and right when I was getting hungry, it was mealtime. Now, remember all those crock jars we saw earlier? Cheonggukjang, a fermented soybean paste, was taken out to make cheonggukjang stew, and a longer fermented soybean paste, doenjang, was used to season different vegetable dishes.
You know, I could really use a nice big bowl of that stew.
Yeah, it's delicious. First, a meal was set out as an offering to Buddha. This is another practice at temples. And then we were ready to eat. Fresh vegetables, grains, and mountain herbs, warm stew. The temple food was simple, but very nutritious.
Homegrown, we made it ourselves, and it's that much more delicious. I get to eat in such a beautiful, in this peaceful nature, and I'm having a great time.
As it got darker, a soothing, calming atmosphere settled around the mountain temple. And then the stars started lighting up the sky. My last temple activity was the floating of sky lanterns. Everyone's lanterns would carry their wishes and hopes up into the night sky.
Oh, what did you write?
살게 해주세요. 가족들, 아기들도 건강하고 우리 아저씨도 건강하고
대성취하시고 소원 성취하세요.
감사합니다.
I think I saw the word mummy. No?
It was a beautiful sight and the perfect ending to my day at Yaksasa
I really
Temple.
enjoyed my stay here. I got to make some doenjang, and I did so many other things that I'll remember forever. But tonight, this grand finale was something very special, and really glad that I came out here.
And you look better in the monk outfit than the suit you're wearing.
Really? Well, you know what? Those monk clothes were really comfortable.
It is.
Really, really comfortable.
And you brought us some gochujang.
I did. I finally brought you guys something. Aren't you so excited?
He brought the condiments and nothing to eat with it.
Yeah.
And a bowl of rice, please.
And
Look
this
at that.
is the
It's so
doenjang
thick.
that you made out of the meju?
Yes.
Right, and I've never tried making meju before, but
We have
it was
to-
your first time making meju as well?
It was my first time, yes. And, you know, I got to say that it wasn't difficult at all making the meju, and actually quite fun. But that being said, that's because it was only the first step. You know, just making that meju, the solid paste, the solid block of fermented soybean is really the easy part. You know, after that, you've got to dry it out for 60 days. And then after that, what they do is they'll pour salted water on top of the meju. And with that water, the excess liquid from that then becomes kanjang, which is soy sauce.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the leftover, or not the leftover, but that end product
remaining,
of
right.
the meju
That
becomes
is the doenjang.
doenjang. Yes.
Wow.
Interesting.
Having a
Didn't
couple of
know
moments
this.
here. I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
right?
so you've got to have patience for this, and when you're eating it, you've got to know that this is a long process that's taken place for your, for your enjoyment.
Okay, so we have the gochujang, we have the doenjang, and
Yeah.
that other jar must contain the cheonggukjang, right?
Cheonggukjang, yeah.
The cheonggukjang is a little bit.
There's
it's
a
a bit
reason
quicker,
the
right?
lid is on the.
Here's this. Oh,
It does have
I
that.
can smell
Can you smell
it.
I can't smell it.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a cold then.
Oh, okay. So it smells good. I mean, it's an accustomed scent. I think it's like kind of like some of the cheeses out there that have quite a scent, right? But
Maybe
this is
blue
the
cheese and
Blue
other
cheese.
type of.
I
yeah.
personally don't find this one to
As
have a very
potent, right?
strong
It's
smell.
not very
right?
potent.
And let me tell you though that the taste was delicious. And this, cheonggukjang is really good. I mentioned it earlier. Is great for your health. It's got cancer-fighting properties. And despite the smell, I mean, if you can get over the
It smells
smell,
just
which
delicious.
I don't really mind.
Huh.
This is great food to me.
It's definitely salty, this doenjang, but it's different from the artificial salty type of. It's not salty, but it's different salty.
Fermented
It's
salty.
fermented. It's
And
that
healthy
aging
salty.
Yes.
salty. Huh, nice.
Can you give me the
But-
lid, Jinju, so I could take this?
But the foods that you had at Yaksasa Temple,
Yeah.
those are really truly well-being foods. Those are all natural, really made with natural
Yes,
ingredients.
indeed. Especially, these days, it's so easy to get caught up in foods that are overly sauced and overly spiced and overly salted meat products and the like. This is not the case with the temple food. It's so much lighter, and you get to taste the authentic taste of the actual vegetable that you're eating, which is really nice. And of course, it's really healthy. And you know, every time I eat temple food, I'm pleasantly surprised at how delicious it is.
Right. And they're from the temple food. There are other activities that you enjoyed at the temple, as like taking part in the Buddhist service and also floating that sky lantern. Can anyone sign up to do a temple stay over there?
Okay, so I'll start off with unfortunately, the temple stay program is only available during the holiday periods at Yaksasa Temple. But to go there for a one night stay is all year round, and it's free, and you get free food. So yes, anybody can go at any time and enjoy that. And you get to stay in a hwangtobang, which is the red heated clay rooms where they ferment the doenjang.
Okay.
Well, you're not there with the cheonggukjang, right?
Yeah, you don't have to sleep with the. Well, you know what? I can't guarantee that. You might have to, but you know.
You are going to end up smelling like cheonggukjang, but you know what the heck? You know, it's just one day.
They make a nice pillow, I'll tell you that.
All right, great. Thanks, Joey.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Whether it's for comfort or for style, everybody loves to wear them. And if you're a fashionista, you probably have one of these already, knitted products. And right now, the cool new kid on the block is knitwear and knitted accessories made from super chunky, super fluffy yarn. Super thick yarn comes in all shades of colors and makes chunky chick knits in all sizes and shapes. What's most popular in Korea at the moment? The Helsinki hats, made with this oversized yarn. In fact, they are so hot, online and offline shops sell out as soon as they stock them.
The yarn is fluffy and has a cozy feel to it, so I think it'd be great for winter. It's basically the thickest yarn available right now. The yarn's thick and the needles are too, so it only takes about 30 to 40 minutes to knit a hat. I think people like this type of knitting because it's not something you see often.
With all the attention, the super chunky Helsinki hats have been getting one department store made the smart move of offering do-it-yourself workshops on site. Of course, they were also a hit. A variety of yarns and knitting needles were put on sale along with knitting tutorials, and customers couldn't get enough.
Knitting usually takes a long time, but this hat didn't even take 1 hour to make.
Bags, scarves, sweaters. This coming winter's hottest new trend is knitwear and knitted products made with mega thick yarn. Complete your look with a chunky knit accent. You don't even have to buy it, you can make it.
I just have to say this yarn is really chunky and thick.
Super chunky.
Right. And Jennifer, it seems that you have already finished the hat that you were knitting
Just
before.
finished it
Wow,
right now.
wow.
This is what you saw me preparing earlier in the program.
The color is so beautiful.
Two-toned. It's actually one yarn, but it's got a specific pattern on it. And as you can see, it's so soft. Because it is so thick, there's less stitches involved, and that's why it takes much longer to knit, and you can knit a hat in about 30 minutes. So I think this is actually a really good Christmas present for your friends. Yeah, because you can do it quickly. And I thought this would suit Misorang today, so maybe
the color would
try
go
it.
beautiful on you. Wow.
So comfortable and snug and cozy, right? And it keeps your head nice and warm as well during the winter.
Oh, you look perfect.
Super cute.
But Misorang has that oval face, but how about those with a large or...
Can we... Is there a different style?
Large.
What are you saying?
All right, making a
Sorry for
confession on the
putting my
program.
words like that.
Okay, well, there are different ways to style it depending on your face. Actually, because you can see that they're rolled up, you don't actually have to wear it rolled up. If you've got an oval face, then I recommend you to actually pull it down and wear it like a normal beanie, which will allow your facial features to be accented. And if you have a sort of more of a square jaw, then I recommend to fold it about once or twice.
Even more.
And this will bring the attention upward and just bring a little bit of balance to your face.
So I would have to wear this one like this with the...
You don't have a square face.
Or large face like me.
You fit any of them, but that color is particularly really nice. Actually, there are so many different kinds of products as well made of these super thick yarn. For example, we've got this shawl back here, which is, as you can see, the stitch is actually really wide and open.
It's different from the stitches that we see from this hat.
Do you make it with the same yarn and the same needle?
Actually, this uses a very new and unique type of knitting, which is called arm knitting. And you basically use your arms as if it's the knitting needles itself.
So how does it work?
So you're hanging the you're hanging the stitches by your arms, and you're moving your hands in and out as if your hands are the needles.
Wow.
So it's actually really easy as well if you just learn how to do it. And because it is so thick, you can actually wear it for anything like just covering over your business kind of dress like you're wearing today. And I think it'll suit really well with your color palette today as well.
Right.
Just
and you can just like put it like
But isn't you doing it the opposite? I mean, or shouldn't that side be the...
Is there a front or a back?
Good point, Minja.
How are you supposed to tell?
The sides are rolling.
I just got hawk size over for you.
Learn something new every day.
And then you can use
add a little brooch.
Accent it up.
Just add a bit of an accent to it.
It's so warm.
So pretty.
That's what I think I'm boiling here with the hat and
it's super warm and it just feels like you're snug next to a fireplace. So not just these, but there's all kinds of products as well. There's sweaters, there's scarves,
and I've noticed
neck warmers.
Neck warmers.
So these ones are neck warmers, and as you can see, they come in this round shape, so they can be cowl shaped or very fitted as well. These work together with really cute outfits or even over a coat. They work really well for that.
These items would make a perfect winter gift for anyone or a Christmas gift.
Exactly why we're featuring it today.
So where do we buy the needles and the yarn?
Right.
Where can we buy the finished products?
Well, you can buy them online, the finished products, or at department stores. But there's also the kits where you can make it yourself. It comes with the giant knitting needles, a simple pattern, and the giant thick yarn. But then if you want to go for something a little bit lower priced or something that's more of a basic color, then I recommend you to go to Dongdaemun Shopping Complex.
There's always everything at Dongdaemun.
So not just not just these, but there's also sweaters and scarves, as I said, as we can see here on our mannequin.
Wow.
Because sweaters made of super thick yarn are so big and oversized, they're super warm, and you can just wear it as outerwear on top of a very fitted dress or maybe some skinny jeans like I'm wearing today.
Probably skinny jeans will go with the best.
I reckon as
well. To balance the proportions out.
And a cute little hat together with it as well. It's actually kind of Korean celebrity style at the moment.
I've noticed that because you're knitting it yourself, you can incorporate your own designs like these strings and other details that you want.
It's quite a
really
different
creative
design
with
from what we have here.
And of course, there's bags and accessories made of the super thick wool, 100% wool as well. And we've got some other people standing by with their beautiful thick wool as well. Would you like to join in and show us?
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to go shopping over there. Can I do some shopping over there? Sure. I don't know. I'm not I mean, is this right?
A Jamiroquai thing that's going on over here.
Couple up with that. Over here.
That would go better with
something
you.
like this.
Now I just look like a little character of some kind.
Wow. And you said this is in also. I have a new hairdo, maybe. I don't know.
And I think Joey's muffler is quite different from mine. It's for
that
men.
actually goes well with the business suit as well because of the color. It's not so bright.
Actually, if you're wearing a thick one like this for girls, I recommend you to wear it with something short underneath so it balances out.
You know, it's just not fair because Joey just looks good in everything.
Where is Young?
And, you know, I'm the new Olaf of the program today. So I just...
Are you nice and warm and cozy in there?
Yes, I love summer.
All right, well, that's just about does it for this edition of Korea Today. I guess we'll have to wrap up here.
All right, thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Have a nice one.